So do you think we can figure out which songs were the top hits of the 16th century, even though we don't have modern metrics for it, like the Spotify numbers or like some sort of top 40 Billboard or anything of the like? And the answer to that question is that yes, we actually can, and we only have to incur in a tiny little smidge of epistemic violence, so please bear with me. At that point in history, the only way that people could record sound was through an extra step of abstraction, which is through writing, through notational devices on paper. That means that the music from the period can be accessed in all sorts of different books and papers put together somehow. And the way that it was copied, if the piece had 4 voices, each voice was copied in a separate part of the page. Generally on the left side you have like the higher voices of the texture, and then on the right you would have the lower voices. So coming back to our question of how do we know which songs from the 16th century were the smashing hits of the period, you just simply go to the books at hand and you look for the pieces that were copied the most, and also the pieces that were copied more internationally. So the more you find the song through the years and through wider parts of European territory and the places of European influence, in the case of colonial repertoire, probably the more famous the piece was, and the more it was demanded by patrons and communities to be copied in their books for their enjoyment or their use in all sorts of occasions and functions. For our brand new CD, the Huehuetenango Songbook, that we have recorded with my very dear friend and colleague Ariel Abramovich, we have decided to include a piece that appears in several books all throughout the Iberian Peninsula. It appears in Coimbra, it appears in Barcelona, it appears in Sevilla, but it also appears no less than 3 times within the Huehuetenango Archive, twice in the manuscript number 8 and once in the manuscript number 9. So there you go, Clamabat Autem Mulier, the very beautiful motet by Pedro de Escobar, which is the second single of the Huehuetenango Songbook, and that it's available already from today in your preferred streaming platform. The full release will be available on October the 17th, and looking forward for you to listen to the full release. Until then, please go and enjoy the first 2 singles, and see you soon.